Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to 2 Point Museum, where today we are pushing hard on that 5th star. And that means, for the moment, getting up to museum level 30. That's just grab more buzz. So, out to grab buzz we go. We have room for more constructed contraption type stuff here. We like a mini exhibit. We could expand up into this area and open up a larger exhibit, but we actually still have space around here. We also have, I think, this is like not a bad place for some entertainment boosting stuff. Some interactive exhibits over here by the bathroom. We have a little bit of room as well, and then we have this corner that used to be for this stuff that we can still tuck things into as well. So we have a lot of space before we even need to expand into this, and then we still have like this lot available, and I think most of the land around here is purchasable. Most of this stuff that has all the bungalow buildings on it. But I do not think we're going to need any of that. I think this is going to be more than enough to get us to 5. So, yeah, exhibits. We just need more things. Like I said, it would probably be a good idea for us to build some interactive displays. I think we're losing the kids on the course of this one. That little spot near the bathroom might be good enough to tuck maybe even both Meat Wizard machines in. I guess the buzz on these is not spectacular, but they're very small is what I like about them. And, the buzz on the realization station isn't amazing either. Yeah, let's build some arcade machines. We can get these going pretty easily while we're letting some of our devices, gather appreciation in customers and whatnot. We're still seeing lines at every vending machine. I have no idea how the guest behavior stuff works. Like, if a guest around here decides that they're hungry, what is the acquisition range for food? Do they try to look deeper? Like, how do I make them care about the cafe more than lining up at the vending machines? Questions that I unfortunately have no answer to. Okay, and while we're waiting on that stuff to build, we also need to make lots of other stuff happen here. So we do have room. We could absolutely do some like botany themed exhibits. We could try to dive into the data stream and see what lies beyond. I don't know if I want to make an aquarium. That seems like a lot of space devoted to a thing. And we can, of course, continue to delve deeper into this area. I think we've done a lot of good work exploring the dwarven part of this map. So what do we need to open things up here? I need a rogue with 15 dexterity, which means we need to level up one of our rogues one more time. There's still a piece of mythical gear to be discovered here. And who knows what it might be. It could be, that's probably going to be wizard related. So never mind the thing I was about to say about, maybe it'll be something that will boost XP or agility. Now, unfortunately, we don't have the raw intelligence to avoid a curse. But maybe we just roll with it. Maybe that's the way it's gonna be. We have no build up on this thing, and obviously I don't have any survey scanners. That's a bummer. Yeah, 15's a lot of intelligence. Are you? Hold on a second. Codpiece, are you leveled? Where's my staff? So I'm realizing I don't know that I've looked at his level upgrade thing. Okay, actually, we can go to 15 on intelligence right now. Well, how's that? How's that for fine? How do you do? Y'all, it's been a long week already, and I'm fucking just like, I'm out of functional brain. Cool, great. This is a great place to be already. All right, bring me back something. So this just requires raw level 10. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Go find me something cool. And then probably, you know, like a bungle exhibit would make sense to do. We got to keep pushing through bungle. Unfortunately, it is a little annoying to look around bungle and figure out where there's still stuff to pick up because of how many of the slots in everything are not actually useful. And so we do need to learn about these new materials, right? Here I need a pair of janitors to 15. We're almost kind of there. We're kind of close to kind of almost there. I need to send a janitor to the XP node, which I guess that could be a thing we do right now. Now our Sophie is real close to 8, so we need to push one of the 6s up to a 7. And unfortunately, neither janitors at 6 are really close. Yeah, realistically, I'm probably gonna have to send you out twice. That's a little annoying.
Yo, well, that was a little ordinary for my liking. I'll come up with something unconventional while you listen to some conventional music.
All right, so we have our 3 sources of buzz working as hard as they can.
There's a camera in here, and you don't hear me complaining.
I am noticing that we don't have display of sickly pair providing 3 knowledge checked anymore. Didn't we do that? Okay. If I just pick this up and put it back down. Yeah, okay, it's just a very minor glitch.
Thieves have been prevented from escaping.
So we are losing some people, like right around here. People are just like walking out and not coming back. I could put a map kiosk down earlier. I don't know how much it will help, but let me just throw it on like a display, not a whole kiosk. It's just like, hey, y'all, there's more to experience, including the restaurant. Don't you want to eat ridiculous themed food? It's very overpriced at our silly restaurant. All right. And just enough time to make the money necessary to send you back to the academy. Actually, okay, so Sophie did hit 800, or Sophie did hit level 8 naturally. That's very cool. And oh, Angela did hit level 7. It just barely happened. So, actually, I am rechartering this helicopter. Turns out it's time for us to get a hold of some gold. Yeah, take a journal. And it doesn't, in the end, it doesn't really seem like
If you touch upon
the
this,
quality of the loot is affecting the quantity of the loot. So just
the
go
museum
get
is
whatever.
Sorry, but not responsible.
10 science enthusiast guests through marketing. It looks like our marketing campaign ended.
Caught in the act. What a bad guest.
Yeah. All right, something cool, a piece of incredible gear. Okay, it is, in fact, an incredible piece of gear. Allows the wearer to spread wizardly wisdom to those within earshot. There's nothing quite like it. The most gregarious headgear in the realm can talk its way out of all manner of pickles and ensures there's always a voice in your head. So, I think we can put this down basically just like over by the other one, right? I think that's fine. It does feel a little weird with the way the flooring is set up. Oops, I need a stupid twitchy hand. Oh, right, I forgot. First of all, we have a Judgment Clouder 3 just sitting in my inventory, which I totally forgot about. We also have this ghost. Do we want to try to do ghost stuff here? Let me just like nudge these a little bit. Okay. And then y'all won't mind if I correct the flooring, hopefully. It's just like, there we go. And then we triangle it up to here. Okay. See, I'm trying a little bit with the decorative elements. So the Judgment Clouder is improving guest experience. Does it say? Okay, I get to choose how it enhances. So we don't really need an environment cloud. Our decoration level is generally quite high. So I think we just want buzz from our Judgment Clouders, right? But that said, I also actually am going to move this one. Because we have an even finer specimen to display. And then as ever, I gotta make sure I put that down correctly. Okay. Oh, that's neat that it actually... Oh, wow, I forgot to uncheck this. It's neat that it does display, like, where the, the length of your tour is going horribly, horribly awry. Yeah, we want to move this to the end, of course. I really do wish you could just grab stuff and pull it upward. The little buttons are so finicky and it's so easy to hit the wrong one. Okay, there we go. It's getting to be a pretty damn good tour. Strong way to open the strong way to open the guest experience to the place. Alright, so that alone was enough to push us to 27.
Announcement. Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
Alright, we're having a lot of thieves. And here we have our very first gold. So we need some of this, and we also need some crystals, right? 2 entire golden truffle. Golden truffles are the jeweled crumbs of the county's earthy crust. Beloved by the mole people, there's nothing in higher demand this low underground.
Expedition complete.
They do love their wordplay. Alright, do we get everything here? There's still a plant of some kind. Alright, here. Things are a little easier. Let's bring you and you, I suppose. Let the other 2 have a rest.
The expedition team are departing now.
We'll just grab some of that
We're
stuff.
so glad that
And then... So we need to make it out to Halvenhalf Castle. Well, 2 tour guidelines, man-eating plants. I mean, we do already have botany experts, right? We could go back to somewhere where there is a man-eating plant. I don't exactly remember where we got all of our man-eating plants from. Here we go. So this area is already at pristine. There's some new ones up there that we could try to explore. I would like to see some new stuff. I'm not gonna lie, but we don't have any survey scanners, so pulling the good stuff would take a couple of swings here. That said, maybe that's okay. We have a lot of exploration to do on this map still when we go back to the prehistoric museum, which we will have to do at some point. Yeah, I think I want to try opening this up. So we would need to manufacture some plant camouflage, which we can do. We do know how to do that. And then we'd love to come in here with 15 to 30 levels worth of people, or maybe some cheese. I guess maybe go get me one of these nice and easily while we wait. Let's try to push you up to the next level. And then a security guard to come with you. Yeah, that should be fine. That's enough to deactivate most of the negative things. Somebody's going to get stagnant water sickness probably because we're not bringing a scanner. This is this is very slightly too expensive.
Not literally thirsty.
Right, we do have money coming in at a pretty decent clip here. We just kind of the two trips to, or the one trip to the Academy node for XP. It's kind of thrown a crimp in our finances. Okay, now go get me the best damn plant you
She's
can.
leaving now. Final call for wherever it is you're going.
They're going to be gone for a minute. Our inspection rating was good. Our custom contraptions still aren't upgraded enough, but you know we're doing a good job of decorating and maintaining them. Also, hooray! We have finished displaying the torso. Love to display a torso.
Announcement. The museum has a new exhibit.
All right, a little bit of crystal moss. I think we already had some, but you know we'll need more. We'll need more. All right, so we have the things required to build some advanced workshop items. We'll get on that. Let's go and display our meat wizard machines right here next to each other. I might have to move this over slightly. Can I do that? Yeah, that should be fine. I almost wonder if it's worth buying a second workshop platform. Do I own... Is this all buildable? I wonder if I could like move the helicopter pads over and just expand the workshop a little bit, because it is bottlenecking us a little tiny bit
One of my top
to be
sources believes
so
that
reliant on
Mongol
one thing.
Technologies have been messing around under
Okay,
the
do we
counter
have
surface.
somebody who's trained in
They've
tour
had
guiding,
these
right?
networks of tunnels for years, some of them as big as a bowling alley. So, what are they doing down there?
Not really, actually.
It ain't bowling, my friends.
Every time I hear that guy speak, he reminds me of Grant Mazzy just a little bit. So if we wanted to have a level 2 tour guide, we're talking about hiring another
Should buy tickets the regular way.
expert.
Existed.
We could still hire a marine expert. I don't know do you need to be the right kind of tour guide? Like, can experts only provide tours on the kinds of things that they themselves are experts at, or can they just work any tour? Because like, in theory, you could include objects of different specializations on a tour. The game has to have a way of handling that. Oh, you know, we never did go back and explore the destroyed village, did we? It's pretty mean. And there are goblin ghosts. Somebody's gonna catch wildfire. All right, do we have 9 strength between a lot of us here? Yeah, actually, that's not too hard to hit at all. So if we don't consider it important to try to hit that intelligence threshold because we're just not making it, then at the very least, we can cut this to just the curse. And then there is an item for negating curses, but obviously we don't have any of those sitting around.
Apologize for the insufficient number of information stands. I'll update when we have more information.
Do we have an insufficient number of information stands? I think every...
Expedition team leaving for thorough investigation.
I believe every exhibit here is covered by at least one. but things have gotten shuffled around an awful lot. The other thing is I don't actually know if there is reason to have things covered by more than one machine. What are the controls for this game? It's got a controller with like an extra nub on it that I can't imagine has any actual effect. It's just like a bone. It's just like a bone-shaped joystick. And then it's got some big fucking like poppin' music buttons around it. I don't know. Also, don't shake the machine. So are these things looking at... No, they are not feeling particularly decorated, and that is a source of buzz. So let me put out some more decorations here. Are there specifically digital decorations here? We can throw up a Meat Wizard banner, let people know, hey y'all, this is where those Meat Wizards are. And then that's it. We can throw down a couple more of the like science-y plants. This area is still really, really, really dark for reasons that are not at all clear to me. Everything else around them is at maximum decoration. So I am a little surprised to see that these things do not feel that they are maximally decorated. Yeah, we could like put down one more of these. There we go. Okay. More buzz, more buzz, more buzz. While we're at it, this stuff I think also is obviously pretty poorly decorated, and I had just not done anything with that because we were really low on money when I finished the remodel. So place where it's visible inside the cafeteria. Hey look, there's exhibits out here. Okay, you're considered unreachable now. You hate litter. You hate litter. Okay, they all just hate litter. Yeah, it's wild that that makes this unreachable. I guess there's some points on the side here. That's right. It doesn't actually have to be visible from inside. I like to tell myself a little story about how the decorations work. And then here's a pipe, because we all love metal pipes. Install some metal pipes behind the exhibits, and that makes it look like they're connected to something greater. Everybody loves a gear. Children go crazy for the gears on the walls. Yep, that'll about do it. There are very few good decorations of this type that we have unlocked because we've done so little knowledge building, and that is a shame because I think there's some cool stuff. It's just I feel like there's a lot less reason to put your science exhibits through the mulcher. Or at least there has been for us. I guess we got a little bit more efficient with our survey scanner usage and stuff. Speaking of which, I should be running a project. I do want to make some plant camouflage. Make me one. Because we are going to that node. We're going to get some cool new botany stuff. Actually, I can't modify the quality. That's fine. Or the quantity, rather. It's cool. We'll get there. Alright, what have we brought back? A curse that we'll have to deal with, because I'm sure this will cause Mordred to burst into flames randomly. And we do need to, make sure he doesn't do that. And we've discovered a unique event here, the Tall Tale Tale. Tall story short, it tells the tale of the dragon losing its tail. I mean, that's another 50 buzz.
Please enjoy botany exhibits while you
So
can.
this is going to end
None
up
of you are going to last forever.
down here, I think. Something like this. We'll just
For an unlimited
put it
time,
across the hall. And
Roachburger
then this would probably be a good place actually to start a tour. We don't have a tour here, but we could, and it probably would make a lot of sense. So we'll start here, and then it'll be like, look at all the things that enabled this victory, and indeed, all of our various. I forgot about. We did not finish this tapestry. We need to do that at some point. Oh, but yeah, that's a 4-star tour. That'll be good. We already have info stands and donation stands up for this. Yeah, I do need to. Okay, where's this from? The Helven Half Tapestry. Isn't there a button for this? Decorate. Okay, it's just like for decorating around the area. Maybe I am. Okay, here we go. This is from Wishfell, which is, you know
Roachburger
how things are going for them. All right, you need to be decursified now.
Collect them all by eating here constantly.
And here, some plant life, which I think we'll tuck into the we'll do our new plant life stuff over here in this little grotto area where we had some other things before. So, hot climate, humid climate. It's already hot over here. I guess it's just the bungle, the whole area is like that. So I need a humidifier at the very least. Where on earth? Yeah, Mister. Is there a wall version of this thing? There's a wall version of everything else. Yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. Inside wall. The climate is still reading as not humid.
Sally.
And sadly, that did not. Yeah, maybe we need more mist. Are the wall misters? Is there like a misting amount? I wonder if the wall misters are less effective than the floor models. But I mean, I can certainly just put up a second one. Okay, so what else does this thing want? It wants to be near a garden sign. And I think the pipe science decor still kind of works here, right? The idea of that it's being like, it's being fed liquids, but also we can jump to some botany stuff. So I do like the idea of like a garden sign that's visible from the dwarf area being like, look at these botany exhibits. Hey, check it out. We got the plants. Here's some little decorative flowers. I don't want to obscure the light from the sign there. I think that's nice. Actually, maybe I just remove this entirely and replace it with this, because this used to be an area where there were science exhibits, and so I was like, hey, come check it out. But now we gotta do the job properly here. Now it's plant life, and it's so excited to have you come and visit. We could put up a little like a trellis thing. I would. I feel like if you're gonna do one of these decorative doorways, you kind of gotta do some wall partitioning around it so it's actually a functional doorway. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. We can put this here, and then like we can put down another place to sit down. Okay, what else? What else? What else? We don't have a lot of the botany stuff unlocked either, due to low botany engagement over the course of the museum. But oh, you know, everything works. It's all botany. Here's a valve planter that we can just kind of put in the middle of the area, or yeah, that's worth a fair amount. This is a plant. Okay, there we go. Nice dense little plant life area. It takes a lot to make these pop. It's weird, actually, how much it takes. And then is this in position to gather from that? Okay, I can make this work without having to have it lose capture on anything else. Well, it's not getting. Yeah, so one thing about this being up here is that it is now getting all the digital stuff. I think we're just gonna have to lay down another donation stand. I don't want it to look like we're crazy greedy here or anything, but and then we should be able to get away, I think, with a normal info stand here. It should easily cover the whole corner.
Admiral Ketchup, Gurney, and the rest.
All right, so we did unlock a node somewhere. The Pebberley Coast, it was? I'm not 100% sure. Is that this one? Yes, okay. I discovered a 5th botany exhibit. Oh, interesting. There's another thing beyond there. An aquarium with 225 buzz and buzz bonuses on 15 tropical fish for additional. Ooh, okay. This is pretty cool. The actual decoration items with Mr. and Heater properties. I don't know. Do we have 15 tropical fish at all in the fish museum? I'm not sure that we do. It's cool to have unlocked that, but unfortunately, I don't think we quite have what we're looking for there. And are we done with the fish, the camouflage? We're almost done with the camouflage. Let's let that get settled.
Guess should stop feeling paranoid.
Okay. Let's go find out some cool new stuff. So you will bring your survival skills, and then we just need raw levels, really. Vivian Wetter is sick. Should probably remember to actually take care of that. Sophie, are we going to be able to hit 30 here? I think the answer is just barely no. Oh, no, we do have level 10. Well, a couple of level 10s. So yeah. It is snake season, and unfortunately we are exposed to a snake bite. Oh, also this is a $20,000. I gotta notice that faster. All right, well,
The expedition team.
I guess what we're doing is instead taking this helicopter to deal with the illness that I did not realize that Vivian had. Sorry about that, Viv.
The expedition team are leaving now. Please say goodbye and good riddance.
Okay, I like to see that a full starred review from a guest. In fact, we're seeing a lot of
Returning from Netherlands.
high gold stuff, which is pretty rad. Right, the workshop's sitting idle. What am I doing? You never have enough survey scanners. We have lots and lots of things to build, but that is one of them. And we don't have any money. Hold on. have to actually wait for some cash to accumulate.
There's a crate on the helipad. Oh, and here. Expedition team have returned safely. Also good news.
All right, we're at like 28 and a half, 28 and 40%. And sadly, at this point, just kind of like bound by money. A botany exhibit collector has come through. I like my sickly pear, thank you. We're not that desperate for money. It is still accumulating quite rapidly. Boy, what happened to our museum ratings for a minute there? I guess we got like a rash of really bad reviews. Not clear to me what would have caused that. So the node that I'm trying to open here. Okay, run a tour containing 3 enchanting items with a rating of over 4.0. Enchanting items. I am still going to go after this plant thing. Like, we opened up the space for this exhibit, and we have the experts and stuff. I think it's perfectly reasonable to pursue this. Okay, yeah, you're coming out with us, and we are using the plant camouflage. That is an 80-day expedition for them to come back with +1 exhibit quality, but with the 2 bonuses and the guarantee that they will both happen, we're actually going to get like an epic for sure here at least, and I feel pretty good about that. Both of our botany experts are here. Just
Announcement.
oh no!
Exhaustive expeditions may be exhausting.
Look out, you fool! Look at this, and look at this child. Look at Josiah Ratcatcher in our adorable plant onesies available in the gift shop. It's very, very cute. Okay, we have another helicopter here, but obviously it's going to be a second. So, enchanting items. Cannon fodder, mythical gear. That's an enchanting item. Robbery goblins are only interested in our donation stands. Interesting. So we haven't really seen that many enchanting items. But that'll be the step to the next pseudo star opening up on that map.
Requires an assistant. You work in retail now.
I think we mostly have some camera coverage. That's right. One thing that we can build, there's a contraption that is
Record before they can
cameras.
escape with an exhibit.
That is a
It's
camera
close
thing.
one.
We should probably try to build some of those maybe when the survey thing is over. Oh no! Our donation money.
An exhibit needs restoring. Typical.
This is a bad time for that, but also I'm a little broke to do anything about it.
Stuck in the museum. They may.
Do we only have one security guard who can run the cameras? Is that part of what's happening here? Oh, this is not what I wanted. Security guards. Yes, actually, that is a problem that we are currently having. So we have 2 people on criminal pursuit right at this moment. Are you pursuing, or are you just walking somebody out? All right, well, good news. You're getting trained. You know, I've never done a training by dropping someone in the room like that. It's actually a very efficient way to get them selected for the thing.
Full of money, unable to hold more.
Yeah, to be perfectly honest, we probably just need another security guard too. Karen Face or Alfie Fuddle? Well, you have traits that are annoying and you have traits that are positive, so... It's a good name. It's no Ernest, what's his name that she replaced on that thing? Ernest Corduroy. That's a real strong one, but it is good. I guess we should probably build more camouflage, right? So that we can run that node again. And then, do we have access to more enchanting items anywhere? Okay. This town here, Folk Town, which we do have the money to plan an expedition to. What does Folk Town look like? Well, we need 2 levels of potion mixing to avoid being petrified. It turns out we do have that. It would be great if we could bring a total of 18 dexterity. And do we have that no matter what? We do have that no matter what, as long as we bring the potion person. Not losing our money would be cool. But I think the extra 7 days thing is not a big deal. Alright, bring a survey scanner. Let's push this location level up. But this should be a pretty good one. A pretty decent expedition.
Harrison Wolf on 2-Point Radio.
Okay.
So, what do you think Bungle are doing underground, huh?
So there's some things still going wrong. I do think I want to extend the flooring here. I'm not 100% sure
so they can take the
how I want to
wherever they want.
shape that. I mean, we could just run it all the way to the wall here.
I'll keep digging up the
museum to educate. Okay, they're going to evaluate our museum's educational value, which is
Watery exhibit.
a little bit less of a slam dunk than some of the other inspections for us.
Attention. Thieves have been prevented from escaping.
Yeah, especially for like times when we're sending out a security guard and having them out of the museum for months at a time. We definitely were operating shorthanded on security guards.
They may never
And now we don't have anybody in training either anymore. That should be hopefully enough to control crime and vandalism, and also remember to actually pick up the donations. All right, what bizarre things have we discovered in the Chomper jungle? A Chomper Jr. Okay, humid and hot is absolutely perfect. We know exactly where we want to put you. Guess they're so eager to just climb into the mouth of the... I cannot imagine why. I'm not trying to look at you. I'm trying to look at you.
Museum security.
Okay, you need a vine column.
Area. It's a bit tense, isn't it?
The good news is
Educational merits are
we
being
definitely know how to do that. They are very adorable, but I certainly wouldn't get my camera so close to them. Okay, continuing to push things
The
upward.
expedition team have returned.
Show me something enchanting. Alright, this is in fact an enchanting item. May loosen or tighten guest purse strings based on its grubbiness. A tribute to the goblin's love of gold, made mostly of gold, and a little bit of goblin.
Survey complete.
Yep, so we can do sort of a little hallway thing here. I think it should be fine. It makes for really easy tours. Really easy tour design. Do I maybe want to maybe move that down? And this can be tucked in after the fantasy statue. No, column up. There we go. Still looks almost like a straight line. Cohesion's a little weird, but it's still a 4-star tour. And then we just need one more such item, and we can complete the requirements to unlock some of these nodes. All right, you two, go forth. Get me that good shit. It's not even that expensive of a node, really.
Attention in the museum before going to a hospital.
And then here, oh, I don't have the plant camouflage. I was going to maybe make a couple more of these. We're going to need to mulch something else soon, but we'll get there. Okay, and while we're waiting for that, because it is going to take a minute. Is there anywhere else in Bungle Burrows that we really want to go? We still don't have anybody who has analysis level 2. I think for the most part we've got the non-perk, the interesting things to be found in each of these. And we could go back and just learn perks. Obviously, I do not value perks the most, always. The route to the laser labs is blocked. Okay, so this is, this would be going left. Well, we should probably poke our heads through here, right? Fortunately, this is a really, really easy one. Let's, put one of you, we definitely got to keep one fire extinguisher. And you're currently working in the workshop. I don't really want to disturb you. I would just like to get a couple of other people really leveled up here. But I guess you're available. Just go ahead and do the thing. And apparently I had a couple of drills just laying around. I don't remember building excess drills. Has anybody been properly chomped yet? It's cool that the children seem to enjoy this one.
Caring for plants is never easy.
Again, I do think we're in kind of a bad spot, entertainment-wise, which is another, like, again, considering building a second workshop platform just so that we can resolve that problem. Yeah, our guest reviews are really really bouncing between like 65% and 100 over and over again.
Retrieved from thieves. No one takes our stuff.
All right, what if we could build some fucking cool lasers? I'd pay to go to that museum, the Museum of the Giant Science Lasers. From their records, it isn't clear what Bungle Tech had hoped to achieve with lasers, but it is clear that they had a good time. And isn't that enough for anybody, when you get right down to it? Alright, Jake can clear all of the stuff on this by himself, but I guess we can at least send somebody who has like a photographic memory or something to help survey. Well, this is going to be a workshop project, right? Yeah, so actually the surveying thing doesn't matter, and we don't need to do a particularly good job here. Because we'll have to build it and upgrade it through having guests interact with it. Exposed 1, captured 2.
Attention.
That's strange.
Exhibits need water to maintain their ongoing existence. Thank you.
Do we have somebody on this? Is this a thing that's being worked on? Ah, both of our experts are giving tours right now. Not ideal. Cassandra Veggie Slurper is right here and pretty close to the start of this tour. I'm gonna just interrupt that.
Finally returned. Better late than never.
Well, you know, we could throw down an extra sprayer over here so that we don't have to do that. We do in fact have the technology. A cavalry statue. I was not 100% sure what I was seeing at first. A depiction of an armored goblin unit mounted on catback. Rarely seen. So this is another cannon fodder. And I guess, you know, it's relatively sensible to put it down just over here. Yeah. If we get the enchanting item, it'll probably go somewhere in the middle. We might have to readjust the positions of things at that time. Okay. Not worth adding that to the tour. It actually degrades the quality of the tour. Probably not after it, you know, has its other pieces. But for the moment.
Know what Bungle are doing down there. Heck, maybe they don't even know what they're doing. But one
I think there's strong evidence to suggest the Bungle does not in fact know what they are doing down there. Or anywhere. Alright, let's see if we can get whatever the other thing is here. So, yeah, photographic memory will send you... You're not currently doing anything, and one of the level 10s... The marketing... Listen, the marketing will get done.
the mole people know what's going
Alright,
on.
hopefully we can get the other one exhibit
Just another
in that area
reason
at
to start working
Pristine.
on my secrets.
And just get ourselves be done with it, basically. The beautification beam. Medical science has been lasering people's eyes with reckless abandon for some time, but we're just discovering how to use lasers to temporarily improve people's perception of their environment. The beautification beam can polish a guest's retina to make their environment seem squeaky clean and shining with uncharacteristic good looks. Sometimes basic surgery is simpler than making the place actually look better. Only sometimes, to clarify.
Booster. Sure,
I mean,
it
that's
shocks me a lot.
that's an
I
interesting
won't
thing
rest
to
until
build.
I've reached the moles. Harrison Wolf, over and out.
Alright, so I would like to maybe try to grab the other thing out of Wishfell Village. And then, of course, grab the other enchanting item here. The fact that there's a cavalry statue is a little bit of a bummer because it means every time we send an expedition here, they're still pretty likely to pull from this pool instead of pulling that thing. But I guess this has got to be the priority. So it was Mordred and Barnibius that we were running. And they sure do love XP for themselves.
You can lead a guest to a watery exhibit, but you must not let them drink. Exhibit requires restoration. It really is a shambles.
Are you okay? I'm gonna go ahead and give you that pay rise. You just sort of standing in the open and looking dejected about your payment has turned out to be a brilliant gambit. You've done it.
From underground.
Also, it kind of seems like you might be stuck in general. Let me move this over so it's not being weird with the collision.
Museum should wait for help indefinitely.
What have we here? A giant man-eating snake emerges from the ground. its eyes scanning your team with rapacious intent. I don't know what we would have to feed it. I think we should eat it and gain its rich, delicious courage. Closing their eyes and imagining really hard, your team members can almost convince themselves they're eating chicken. Why would they convince themselves they're eating chicken? This is so much more badass. Alright, info stands at high knowledge, tours at high knowledge. Yeah, our knowledge is doing great. Big rating impact. And we're so close. We are really, really getting there. It's just, at this point, every expedition I send us out on is like a month and a half at least. But yeah, we're seeing a lot of good high ratings walking around. There is a ton of money coming in.
Stolen exhibit has been retrieved from thieves.
We're being told about stolen exhibits a lot, but honestly, like, I'm not even sure she's being correct about this stuff. So the Judgment Clouder has, by a huge margin, the largest amount of buzz attached to it. The memory bank's very good. We kind of need to make more mulch. Yeah. Maybe I should just wait for that. You know what? We can build a beautification beam. Throw that on the thing, and then...
Needed to restore exhibit.
Is there a way to see quickly how many of the second level, like the sort of second tier build-up resources are? Because they're not... It's weird how not represented they are, honestly. We could certainly use more people who have workshop skills, although it looks like actually it's not that out of hand. And then I still need somebody who has double review skill, right? Or not double review, double tour giving. So I can kind of just... Like, one thing I can do is just wait for somebody who already has a point of review skill to show up. I don't think you can advertise for people with particular skill setups. Okay, we have a coin of two sides. I mean, generally they do have that. Okay. Sure, there are two sides to every coin, but they're rarely this different. Okay, this can push goblin guests to either end of the morality spectrum. What does that mean?
Announcement.
That's a very curious one, in my opinion. Okay. So this tour should now unlock a thing for us, and I think it did. Sounds like it did. Alright, so we can lock that in. About halfway through 29.
This may
Now we've unlocked the Cumulus Woods. The ancient woods seem to rise into the cloud line, but most of the haze is caused by magical trees that grow directly from rain clouds of their own creation. Expect damp spells and sudden precipitous drops. So magical trees that grow from rain clouds that were created by the magical trees. That's a little strange. But here is the place that we're supposed to head to advance this plot overall. This great castle town used to be the center of the fantasy world, and still is, really, despite being burned in half by the dragon. So we need a barbarian with 15 strength, which of course we have, and a bunch of other POIs unlocked. We're doing just fine on that, and then busted up castle walls as decorations. What lucky us. I mean, I should unlock here. So we need 30 total strength to avoid the 1 MIA. Everything else here we can afford to just kind of like take. Well, Barnibius brings only 16 strength of his own. So in order to hit 30, we're going to need help. Fortunately, we do have
Exist.
such help.
That's part of the fun. Do not worry about museum surveillance. There's a camera in here, and you don't hear me complaining.
Alright, this is going to Barnibius for a bit. Hopefully that will be enough to get the job done. But yeah, I'm curious what's so special about this Helven half anyway. Wait, that's the Bazaar Market. This is the one that's already unlocked. Alright, so this has got Barnibius over 30 strength by himself. And then we can probably, we can manage to avoid the magic misfire. Wildfire, unfortunately, is for sure going to happen. Can't really do much about that. But we do have the ranks for best question as well, and this is a survey scanner thing, probably. Yeah, probably. All right, let's see. It seems like a minor curse. It's not the most consequential thing we've ever heard of.
The plants are not talking to you, though they may be talking to each other.
That's interesting. So, like, people are giving money to it, and it's like changing its demeanor as it gets donations. What a strange little statue.
Expedition team returning from Bone Belt.
Alright, show me not the same kind of plant. A chomper pit. Chomper pit, sadly, not pristine. And it likes hot and humid climates. Who would... Wow, okay. I didn't realize this thing was going to be that size. Well, I think this does bear a redesign of this entire area. I need to forfeit the corner to this thing, so... Jeez. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to call the episode here. I know we have people out on an important adventure, and I am eager to see what they bring home. But we're an hour in, and I feel the desire to redesign again. So that's going to be it for us for now. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we are for sure hitting Museum level 30. I'm not 100% certain how close that's getting us to our actual star, but this goal at least shall pass. So come back for that, and we'll see you then.